All right, folks, we're going to make this one a little bit more fun and less formal. As you can see, I've already changed out of my work clothes into my jeans. Spear Minerals, our colors are green and blue. So we have little green and blue oil drums that you're going to see in years to come and videos to come. Here's my F-bomb. When something doesn't go right at work, as opposed to just yelling out the F-bomb, I take this nice furry ball with its fused string and I throw it against the wall instead of cursing. We are Spear Minerals, by the way. So you're going to see a nice logo right here for future broadcasts that's being produced right now. But as Spear Minerals, we got to have a spear, don't we? If we're named Spear Minerals. And we are in Texas, where hunting does prevail. So, listen, again, here are the main points on this. First of all, the first business that I think that I am involved in is that of generational wealth creation and preservation. Second, the diversification of your retirement, IRAs, 401ks, whatever it is, diversifying outside of the market, at the stock market. This is real property. It is 1031 exchanges for those of you that have boot left over after commercial properties. There's a 15% depletion allowance. That means if you make $100 on something, you are only taxed on 85 of it. The government incents you, and that is for perpetuity. It is not like depreciation. Depreciation, you can depreciate something to zero or to salvage value, and that's it. Depletion is for perpetuity, forever, for the life of the investment beyond your own life. So when Jack, Luke, Brooklyn, and Bailey inherit my mineral rights, and yes, I bought in as a client. It's like the Hair Club for Men thing. I'm not only the owner, but I'm a client. I bought in with my own IRA. I believe that when I am gone, this is going to be something that they will be able to have for years to come and live off the monthly cash flow to a degree. It cash flows now. So I will actually be getting monthly checks. They come straight to me. Again, this is not an LP, a limited partnership. This is real property. You get the deeds to this. You are buying not actual acreage, you are buying a fractional interest in 18,000 acres that is just outside of College Station in both Burleson County and Brazos County. So when you buy from Spear Minerals, and by the way, we priced this when oil was at $37 a barrel. Oil's now been teetering between 51, 55. I don't even know what it is today, folks, but the point is we are not correlated to the price of oil. We are a direct function. Our annualized yield is a direct function of the spot price of oil. So when oil goes up, you make more money. I make more money because I'm an investor myself. And also when production, more oil coming out of the ground, we make more money. There are no expenses, no production costs. Somebody breaks a pipe, not our problem. If you look at it as a landlord of an apartment complex or a home, you have 100% occupancy already. This land is all leased out and actively being drilled on. And if in the case of the house or the apartment complex, one, usually you have 10% unoccupancy, vacancy, and if a pipe breaks, if you have to replace carpet, there's actual expenses and things to do. This is truly a passive income. You do nothing, and there are no expenses. You just collect the checks monthly. And when technology increases, as it will, it always has, we will get more and more of the oil in place. Don't think there's just a limited amount of oil down there. Most of the times, the original oil in place, however many millions or billions of gallons it is, on a primary recovery, we get 15% or less, meaning that there's 85% of the oil down there. Now that varies depending on whether we're dealing with shale rock or Austin chalk, or whether with Buddha and the different formations. Our formation is the Eagleford Shale. I encourage you to look it up. In the Eagleford Shale, there are different tiers. All of our stuff is tier 1 stuff. The other thing that you need to look at, and this is very, very important, we own all of our mineral rights to the core of the earth. They sell mineral rights, which is subsurface real property. This is property. This is real estate. It's just not the surface. But they sell them at different depths. We own it all, right to the core of the earth. So if we get oil at one level, we can also get it at the next. If you don't know what horizontal drilling is, guess what? 6 months ago, I didn't either. Horizontal drilling means we don't just go straight down into the earth. We can go down 1.5 miles and then make a right turn and go 3 miles out and then get 300 feet each way, about 25 feet up above the drill bit and 25 feet below, but a football field each way for 3 miles, all coming out of one hole in the ground, and that's at one depth. It's pretty amazing, the technology here. If you've heard of some of the stuff in the Green Deal, oh, the Green Deal's coming. Even if the Green Deal goes through 100%, by 2050, world oil consumption will only be down 15%. Why, you ask yourself? Well, before I started working here at Spear and with Jason Lane and JBL Energy Partners, I thought, oh, a barrel of oil, almost all of it goes to make gasoline. Incorrect, I was wrong. Only about 30% of a barrel of oil goes to make gasoline. 70% of it goes to make polymers, rubbers, plastics, and jet fuel. Manufacturing, all those factories out there, they need to oil the gears. They need things to run the motors at those factories. All right? All of that is coming from a barrel of oil. That's 70% of it. So, even if we're all driving electric cars in 30 years, guess what we're still going to need? Plastics, polymers, rubbers, and unless you believe a plane up in the sky that's carrying 300 people is going to be flying off of solar energy, we're going to need jet fuel. All right? Oil's here to stay. If you'd like to make some money in the interim, that is a relatively safe bet, and I am using very careful terms here because of what we're allowed to say. Please call me direct and we can talk more in depth, as I am not just an employee and the CMO of Spear Minerals, I'm an investor too, and I can talk to you offline about what I personally expect to get on my return this year. My number, 832-541-3865. My email, rboudwin, B as in boy, O-U, D as in David, W-I-N, at Spear Minerals. Spear, again, like the tip of a spear. Minerals. Minerals meaning oil and gas, but mostly out of the Eagleford, it's oil. And our colored logos are blue and green. Trying to get a little entertaining and fun here. And by the way, this goes on and stays up on the wall, don't worry. You know, I'm not playing with it during the day or anything like that. All right, folks, I hope to hear from you soon. Visit us online at spearminerals.com. As always, if you know me personally, you can catch me on my own website at robertboudwin.com is the email, and robertboudwin.com. And by the way, for you dads out there, check out radicaldadding.com for some cool, interesting ways for you to connect with your kids, whether you have them full-time, half the time, or whatever time, so that you can create memories for a lifetime. Because being a dad is being in the business of memory creation. Everybody do the best out there. I truly think that we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel with COVID, and I encourage you all to continue to stay safe and do the best that you can to not only survive, but to thrive in this world that we live in. See you later. God bless.